Debi America say you are Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, the vice president, say Unyenja entro di kurum ha abusia men sorry anopa na say men ka say ebia me behwe Mega TV enti me betie say Mega beka ensem bi say ye campaign ama Bawumia oh ye papa akompre kum be campaign ama Bawumia enti me betena no maka debi men kasa onkosi say ye wura Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia the vice president obesisen free say entro ne ho eh yenso ye beja na chibo na mamenka asem emfanchiro kurum ha yetie no sebi anyado obia nchen obia watere me choda se ani obia so entan obia me de bia meka Bawumia the vice president apart from politics bobia wabo ne breadru ebia metimi aka se be papa endru yes I can say that and it doesn't mean say me papa enhwemana say my father is not doing well. He is doing well, but ebi edi de biechi enti Bawumia as my father I will be very glad. I would be very glad say Bawumia be me papa. But let me tell you one thing, no kwai ho ya chen kudi ana kudi ye kudi no kwai ya chen amambi no kwai ya chen amoka say parensu syrup Charlie anya say tan obi o yen tan obi a okuruma na me after all Bawumia oja politics no kwotene fia o mbetua meka na no Bawumia ko opposition a o de MPP ko opposition a de bia NDC for na o mbeba o mbetua meka only me nobody knows me so why would I come here and tarnish someone's image? No, I won't do that. But let me tell you one thing. Se unya beji Ghana abendwa ne tena so a na eyo se unni obi obebo criticize o nipa bia ma menka ase mikiro se opeso move forward a e wo se enkofo mo criticize o no obo mo abaso e wo se enkofo a de bia mo kiro se simesi wabon yenisei e wo se obo mo abaso because ye mpanfo aka to ho ye nananom our ancestors mpanfo aka to ho say sebi ne otwa sa onim se ne tia de achia ni na ne se obi a otwa kwan oyi path yes path ekwantia anka no na ye nananom omokodo afuo baby a de omo ye ne se omokọ na omunyina omokoyi kwan no yie se be ya obi a betimi afaso bi enti ni saafo no mu yi kwan no omo hu se omo achi ekiye unless say obi gina omo achi na wa kire omo da bi enke fasi anke be eyi se anke branch kakra anke ko straight anke beboa enti mpanfo bu sa be na owas kire yes enti Bawumia is not beyond critics. Bawumia he does not go beyond what critics. Bawumia ye nipa ye twa ho moja beba ye twa mahama ho moja beba ye twa meme ho moja beba ye twa wa wo hwem ho moja beba nti why would you let Bawumia deceive you? Why would you let Bawumia tell you say oh ye be say nti for that matter no we should vote for Bawumia? Meanwhile ye waka na wo back no videos ne go no nti amaye ma adwen say ye kusi I can last 2 months getting to elections na ye mu binu minim so be panye firi krom ha sebi minim so be panye wu kumpa do muntimi but ebi on be boy firi Ghana ha because say ye can kware because eduru samre na hey a platform is be she papa me ko pay old videos ni na de mo kan 2016 2015 2014 omo di ye campaign di ti a NDC man NDC free aban no I am going to search all those videos and I will give it to you back to back. It's a year send me kasana me NDC niya. I am Mr. Obiti make as a mega akwawe. He is MPP in Omoka in NDC in MPP then I say share to send me who comment section in the series and come here. Me MPP, me DC. I'm saying it, but no quarrel why the power can why free. No quarrel why the power can. I said I said I this will be soon a few come. Bawumia dia oye no abusia ensem Bawumia kan ukurum ha yenim kura se no na mam sata okọ ni wo achi ntem ya yenim opanyi etimi tina na to so esete 117 questions edema yewura amisata delete bra no ye the vice president edema yewura John Dramani Mahama se onyi no na asem a obi na no kan ne se miwura Bawumia ana se minia Bawumia se ene na me wo so na wo yese ya ochina bi wonso sa question no wonso obeye den obeyi wo ano ene na adu ho no enti se sa nsem wi abamu na Ghana for journalist ni bi ye hypocrite se ye nka ho asem ye nja Bawumia aden ya o Bawumia aden ya kufado ne de ne ba enti enka na asem ye mu binum I'm sorry mu be panye firi kroma ye mu binum I am saying it some panye every kroma because no quarrel no it is very, 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 very difficult to say. And we are going to make sure, I am going to make sure, because we are, I mean, Miniminia Franca Danny, we are going to make sure, say, the best possible from every day, daily basis, the BI. And I know, say, Bawumia MPP for the no clearly, about your money, so they are strategizing for some medium. It's my catch MPP for me, Mamma Tip, and DC. What's now, Namoye, oh, about the call free and fair. Your conform Quaconum tea, our stronghold. Radio met no any pesa white. Umbesan cogiti bread, our stronghold. Those of Medacho money no. Show now on my son the moko. Enti may catch the MPP for the NDC4. So I am say NDC4 Sebi. Mube we near by hands down, Momo Maninda. And on quada yenti and Sembia, you read the Bawumia Oka. Emma the clergy. Yewura baako aba aye ebeka se maami pa akokodurofo ti se me maami roye bi ti se me maami chebafo akokodurofo pa oji microphone no ensem obisa yewura the vice president efa the 2.1 million jobs yewura Bawumia si we create wo kromba no yenkotie nsem no emfambra yakoba enkomotwitwi bi wonom yebebie biem because krom ha no yentra se emobi enworo ye ka won for ye bati krom ha ye ni na ye de Ghana ye nananom ena omunna omudi ommoja anye banka se Bawumia nana omanka se eye kufaro nana omanka se John Mahama nana omanka se eye kufo omose ye nananom our forefathers and that you know it is highlighted and underlined our forefathers who died and poured their blood for us. We've created
2.1 million jobs since we have, and we can account for every single one of them. 2.1 million jobs in the last 7 years. That is more than any government in the Fourth Republic of this country. More than any government. But there is still more to be done.
At this point, we would like to take 4 questions from the eminent men in clergy so that our vice president and leader of our party can provide some responses. And so we would like to take these questions. I've seen a hand up, a lady. Madam.
My question is on creating of jobs. I heard that you created 2.1 billion jobs. And I was having concern of those who lost their jobs in years back. A number of banks were closed, and those who were working in these banks, I believe, were displaced out of their work. And another thing was NGOs. Many NGOs were closed down, and people lost their jobs. So these new jobs that have been created, if it's real, does it have benefit to those who lost their jobs? Are you able to trace those people, because it's a livelihood? How do they cope with that? Another area is the business sector. Gold Coast security, where many of us invested our monies, were disturbed. I don't want to say closed down, but our monies were locked up. Let me reverse. I am Ramatu Abdullah Helena, a Mamprosi from East Mamprosi district, but pastoring a church in Dagbang here, Dalang, Assemblies of God to be precise. Okay. So we had our monies that we contributed. Provident Fund is for our pension. When you are going on pension as a pastor, you withdraw to cushion your old age. These monies were invested, and the company was down, and we are not able to recover these monies. Many of our old pastors have retired and are still looking to this money to be able to cushion their old age. And not only Goko Security, I think other business setups were affected, like Men's Gold and others. How are you able to work out this for us, please?
Thank you very much, I think, for those questions. I think the first question came on jobs and the fact that we've created so far 2.1 million jobs. These are broken down into 1.2 million jobs for the public sector and 975,000 jobs for the private sector all the way through 2023. And this is SNIT data. And so it's very clear if you look at the numbers. Teachers, about 100,000, nurses, 100,000, and so on. So it's very clear that all of these jobs, as I said, they are all itemized and very much real. You went on to look at the job losses that occurred during the collapse of some of the financial institutions that happened. And that is an unfortunate situation, because you had about an estimate of about 7,000 job losses that occurred in that space in terms of the financial institutions. One of the things that we should also look at is how many jobs we saved during that period. One of the biggest nightmares I had was before the exercise took place, when it was clear that if we didn't move, if the Bank of Ghana didn't move to rationalize the banking system and shut down some of these banks, the whole system was going to collapse. The whole system. So we had to find 25 billion Ghana cedis. 25 billion Ghana cedis to save the banking system. We saved the deposits of 4.6 million depositors by just moving all their deposits to new banks like Consolidated Bank and so on. Otherwise, they would have all collapsed. And if 3 banks collapsed, the whole banking system would have gone fine. We would have lost so many jobs. For some of the securities, like Gold Coast Securities and so on, of course, these were investments that were made by people. These are not banking deposits. These are investments that are made, and people basically make their own evaluation of the risks involved in investing in certain institutions. Sometimes when they make a lot of money, we don't hear any complaints. But when they lose money, then we may hear some complaints. And I know that it is not easy for a lot of people who have put provident funds and so on into these institutions. Ministry of Finance came out with a bailout, and I think for each depositor they gave about 50,000 Ghana cedis. And I think the ministry is preparing another bailout for them, because we believe that they are going through hard times for those who did that, and we are going to have to come out with another bailout for them. You know, so that is one of the things that we are trying to do. But on balance, even if you said that some of those 7,000 people are still unemployed, we have to keep doing more to create more jobs. We've done 2.1 million so far, and we will keep doing much more.
Yo, so Bawumia, one question na yema mini bisa no one brawa bre because odi intro. We are seeing my dear yani se odi intro. Yes, odi kai utirim. Ye na ye dintro pen. Yes, me dintro pen. We dintro pen. But to be frank, se wo be gina public na ade a wonye ye o ka de eya. Na wano fum saa bo se e wo kan wasi wachi na you tiri ho na wo bo tinko de actions any kwansa wo ye position any kwansa gina how e wo so ti hey o we gaza ko mega wo nya papa chale ayesa o man no it's about the time some of us I was say kasa na yehu se o man we agina yi o man we asase corona US for omote so o man na koyi no is the same earth and it is so yenti Pluto yenti Venus yenti omoka Saturn or whatever yina yeti den yeti earth that is the third planet so and etie yenti obi anti Mercury enti no se obi atmetra no krom invent eluplane and I say airline airplane na se etime ye adwuma why say etine krom ha na sabi yedi ye bayi ewenam why say etanam na yedi bayi eye pesemenkumnya why say etine krom ha na yedi bayi etan yenua why say etine krom ha na yedi bayi eye den atwitwi yenua ase na yen kan kware mfa nkire ye that is the issue enti yewura Bawumia say across the public sector over the 2 million jobs since 2017 2.1 million jobs from create you know emu 1.2 million our public sector emu 9,700 900 yes so 9,700 5,000 I be yes 9,000 plus in fact 9,000 plus I say and emu our private sector. Okay, go and check. Last me babontin eko where the Senate data nipa o my employment is not less than and I say it's not more than 5,000 since 2000 since the fourth republic. Go and check. Enti Akufo-Addo ni Bawumia so mo create jobs 1.2 million and that's 2.1 million jobs. Emu 1.2 million ewo public sector. Ena Ghana nkofo ho chiro mo. Ena ababaawa no ana ye maame ni bisa se na nkofo mu go mo adwuma. NGOs so mu go mo adwuma, that is non-governmental agencies. Mu go mo adwuma ye papa pa kwasi indum adwuma ka ho. Any banks bi a omu egugu ni kan ho no saafo no so omu kan saa 1.2 million jobs no ho oni na ye papa Bawumia o wada oka na waka na wayisi no kwar bi anim papa no odi ntro menua Frankadeni onimunyamfo political scientist na adwemu abobel oka asema o kire evidence of late na me fan audio but say o kire evidence into my fan video for the sake of say mu be hu evidence na odi atum any enkrata o show no e wo mu screen ni so any sabi the figures facts and figures are o show mu be ya bia hwe into my fan video yenkoni yenkoti Mr. Frankadeni esema odi atudwa e fasansi mi eho yakoba medinaka beto aso nyankopon hira median mega subscribe for latest update me ma me roya bi nyankopon hira wo UK me ma me cheba for ewo America that is US abridge me nyankopon hira ma me papa any we are for king worldwide movement for king worldwide nyankopon hira monyi na enti nsem ne emfa embra
Pacho so ho ye de
oh Kennedy akompre kwa Japan nyankopon no a okura yi no oda so kura yi ye ho emasem na ye ho so emasem
yeah that nyame ase Mr. Frankadani your vice president Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia or say ade a o ma create 2.1 million jobs no kwesa
abna
papa
shabi Bible kuraka say obakwashia ukawa no tumu a ibu onyansani nanka efese yura vice president okana no tumu na anu yiye a ode ba yi no amama kai ensema Apostle Eric Nyameche, the national chairman for the Church of Pentecost Ghana, editor producer Mr. Fatuna amount for NG.
Hypocritical lies. There are certain people, they know they are telling lies, but they will confidently tell the lie. They have locked their conscience.
This is what we call a pure hypocritical lie. Now, you are vice president. Udia Trokra, now are you so bold and confident? Na Meka upset the record street said, and yet no credit the Biara that said you are vice president. Dr. Like Bawumia NPP abine from 2017 up to date, almost agreed 2.1 million jobs. I am ever ready to debate any NPP communicator and as any government spokesperson about this job. Now, may provide them with evidence not making this propaganda once and for all. Oba Papa B.
Papa.
Mama Fanchi, I can see Emma, we are for Ken worldwide, we are for Ken TV, USA for Ken North American chapter, Ken TV, not Menchia, maybe I compare with the provision. Maybe I believe. No credit in it, and we could do so. Now, no credit can be a compare with the power of our clearly will be to me at the Ghana. Now, may also a kai, we are for Kena community for a Kagifua. So, Ghana, or Amanone, now open at the Papa, a free group, with your contact we are for Kenji, the better, now yet a bro at your doorstep. Now, may also a cow say, you will be a for Ken construction. Especially Ghana from world with who have not a Twitter, who pursue city papa, dream house, with your Jaya, the pay and kama. Because you said the fee for no, if you move faso, if you think Sika, not every year, no crown or the crown, so upwards work in Waka home. We are for Ken, the moon yet, no correct. Now, Abana,
Papa,
you are vice president, say, from 2017 to date. On it, MPP are buying at $22.1 million. And you're not correct. Now, of course, children say, public sector, in Kwano, FR, 1.2 million jobs. And our private sector, also so far, 975,000 jobs. I've been saying, Uncle Pontias and the Canadian company with the phone, Uncle Pon, am I in saying? Now, said be a cool school, so you could see idea. Not your son's would feeling insane. May Kai Biara was study political science. I was in the university. Say over the year, Ufana, your course be a friend PPM, public personnel management. Now, may recommend you a vice president, any NPP for Amo Aqua Kushia discourse. Say Omukushia discourse, Omubi Jai at Trosem Kuntu no. Now, in the first place, this course will tell you, say, we are public servant. Oh, yeah, as some woman, that is for public good. Say, we are a millionaire and you're public servant. You cannot be a public servant and be millionaire. Only in Ghana politics and a public servant are you millionaires. Now, my main cost straight to the job issue. So we are PPM, we have what you call public servants, and I was civil servants. In total, we have the public servants, and then the civil servant constitute public servants.
Okay.
As I'm speaking. Now, you differentiate public servant from civil servant. A public servant, or money politicians, any government appointees, or their term of office is not fixed, they are temporary. What bank also so. But civil servant, our office is permanent. I just said what should be, and I want to resign it, and I want a pension, and I didn't the UAT. Now, say Yakwa, Yasanso Chay, the total number of employees are employed that in the public sector. As I am speaking, Abena public sector were employed over 600,000 Ghanaians. In Ghana, you don't over 30 million. No? Ghana for are buying a form of 1 million. City Dr. Kwame Nkrumah Yanni pencil between you and American. In the history of Ghana, a buying anywhere for a public servant, whether set temporary or permanent. You knew 1 million. We even you knew 700,000. 20 Ebatano. That is the book Kwame Mosia. 20 me call Ghana Statistical Service on the website. Produce a show who are part of Mama. You see the logo. Ghana 2022 earnings inequality in the public sector. Producer, Mr. Information with Somame from Ghana Statistical Service. Also, data description, that is exists. Also, statistics in this session are generated using December 2022 earnings data of public sector employees. This session provides a description of the data. Also, the government of Ghana employs about 658,000 persons. Abana,
Papa.
My Afrophonian people NPSA from Ghana Statistical Services as at 2022 December. Now, I buy you my phone in a city Dr. Kwame Nkrumah pencil, iti his pencil basic and name. I buy you my phone in Ano, yeah, 688,000. You know 700,000.
Hey.
Yes. But it's already Ghana map on that is the breakdown of every region. Region beyond the public servant and as a public sector worker. That is the breakdown. Which is our 40. Then the Abulai.
Papa.
Maybe so. So you will Bawumia say what you're creating 2.1 million jobs. If I have a ghost jobs, and I'll create the man some. And now, also break it down. So let's say, they move 1.2 million equal public sector. Also 1.2 million public sector. But as say NPP by Muno, not at public sector, it was around 400 to 500,000. When you say, 1.2 about the Kamame. And Catabrin public sector, and Kayana 1 something million.
Yes.
Then NPP for one country you will vice president Dr. Bawumia said, and you know correct Biaraka. And I am daring any NPP communicator and as any government official to come out and challenge me because the data doesn't lie. This is Ghana Statistical Services. Most Ghana Statistical Services. Now we saw because let me as a political science student to confirm my information. And I'm trying to call Ghana Statistical Services. And I'm also so 688,000. It is a young Bawumia cafe or the public sector. We're increasing up to on the 1.2 million and you're not correct. Now, Yoga Vice President Chair said the sources of information are Senate data. Because we will say Ghana Statistical Services, they be accurate information. But Senate for the Obama and the moving accurate information. Then quickly, and I'm a call Senate. Produce another factor to Mammy. Over Asiapana, highlight, that's one of the blah blah what is next, blah 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 blah. But the pension scheme, as administered by Senate, has an active membership of over 1.8 million as at April 2023, with over 235,617 pensioners who regularly receive their monthly pensions from Senate. That is Senate data. Senate data no so no. Ene omo ye Senate client. Ye Senate contributor. Okay. 1.8 million Ghana cedis. Na Abraham amunchire mu yi na arafo ne achievement ase. Okay. Obi beka say Mr. Frank Adane say you Bawumia say created 2.1 million jobs. Now 1.2 a public sector. And yet Senate the data shows 1.8 million. And what the any vice president, he may be right. Because the 1.2 plus 600,000, no, it's equivalent to 1.8 now. You are vice president, they cannot remember. Correct. Saying it here. The Senate contributors are the Senate contributors comprises of both private and public sector workers. Ankure. When you know the AMA Senate contributors are rising to 1.8 in young public sectors, we are 683,000. It is 1.8 more, which is around 1.1 million. So the 1.1.
So thank you, Mr. Frank Adeni. Hey, you see, Mr. Frank Adeni, who do you know? Sa abranti we da mehia no. Mebun kotodwe sei na maso ne nsamienu na machia no. Simini why ade o bo adwuma. O expose Bawumia ama me kra ho ato no. So we se mani agi betwo na me ra ho a hwetimi se Bawumia nya ade bi amfa ne ho me show ye. And there is no single day Bawumia me see me exposing our platform we so because Bawumia he does not deserve to be our president. Bawumia does not deserve to be our president, and I will say this. And you can say whatever you want, you can jubilate, you can insult, but the American is a Bawumia. He does not fit to be Ghana's president because in some kind, all those in some kind, it has now come back in return to lash him. But it seems a new woman, a new reho, inti. Nirahu na ujahanum na order. Ujahanum and a udin trokan. Which no kono mobu nimas dada ba benisti ya papa. Hey, ya papa, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Oh, papa. Sisawati, sisapa na makacho. Media on ya. Ajisa matisa wako opposition. And the meja wa asenka. Because wako opposition asan. What's NDC forming come as a man? What's NDC forming come as him? Yamikan say NDC form so oba part to Abamon opanto because some also be the same. But the only thing is say MPP for ISM. And the reason why Jamin can DC for us and my platform we so any say opposition and MPP for has they have been in power for close to 8 years. Until why am I going to speak about NDC? I didn't always understand this for us. Why he for no much power? At least less than 4 years, Kwana and Kabit me can be. But omo job, I just say omo jama for close to 8 years, 2 terms. Now me born this for the this for na say mine. Eh, mega me yes sir. I will never do that. And that's the reason why I don't normally publish NDC or news because me feel say they are at opposition, they are in the opposition, and also to me by power. Now be the same thing. Yes, because Ghana no, they are ready. Me papa be a president, that's why I will criticize him. A word to a wise is in the north. Me say me papa be a president. Na oye bibia, I'll criticize him. You can take it as you heard. Now go position about bye. bye bye, yanko po ise, median mega macro.